Just a little bit of a clarification question. You mentioned Sweden as something that you would prefer. Would it be fair to say that your position is whatever works? Then?
To a significant degree, yeah. We're more empirical than we are deductive reasonings. As her pointed out, I mean, like in physics, you use the experiments first, and then you construct your theories around that. Unfortunately, I think on the other side, they have their theories, and they construct reality around it.
And would it be fair to say that what works is equality in society? Would be a premise?
It can, but obviously the classic concern in economics is that equality trade-off in efficiency. Some places that's the case. And if people recognize there's inefficiency because of too much equality, they have the democratic right to say, we're turning it over to the market.
Okay, and just one more thing. Would you say that the ends justify the means in achieving that goal?
No, I think in terms of the way governments work, we would like governments to work. They are what we would regard as the democratic governments of the West, and so on, which means rule of law. Whatever your goals are, you always have to be willing to get voted out of office if they don't work. Someone can sue you if you violate the rights that the society has decided are your rights, and so on. And there are limitations of what government can do in terms of privacy, personal life, and so on. So no, we're not secretly having some kind of Kim Il Sung agenda here.
Can I caveat to that? Since they
Okay, sure.
I was just like, my premise. We have a premise, and that premise is justice, and we establish our everything else based off that system of justice. Because if you don't, empiricism can be unjust. If you have a food shortage and 51% of the population gets together and says that we're going to kill this 1 million people in order to solve that food shortage, how can you claim justice in that? How can you claim that that's okay, especially if you're in the percentage that's going to be killed? And that's what I'm talking about here. It's not necessarily theoretical. It's the fact that it's just. And I said it in the beginning. I provided you concrete evidence of how to establish a just society. Now that doesn't mean that bad things don't come along with it, and we just find ways to solve it. But there's an assumption being made is that if individuals can't solve their problems, but 51% of the people can come together and solve problems. And I just completely disagree. I can solve my own problems, and if I don't, I'll go ask somebody to help me. I don't need 51% of the people in this room deciding how I live and what I do, especially if I don't want them to.
Okay, thank you.